So it's official. Zion Williamson, rookie sensation. Can I even call him a sensation? He ain't did nothing yet in the NBA. Rookie supposed to be sensation of the New Orleans Pelicans. He has completed his full practice with the team, and he's nearing a return. I expect him to be playing at some point in the month of January. Alvin Gentry, the coach of the Pelicans, he said in a presser, he's pretty much like, yeah, I don't expect him to play in the next 2 games, so he's not going to play over the weekend, but he does expect him to be out there in the near future. I heard Zion Williamson say kids are coming up to him in the street asking him, yo, when are you going to play? And he's like, I'm not ready yet. And I'm starting to question, is it the right decision to bring Zion Williamson back? I'm looking at that Pelicans team, right? And I don't want certain things around Zion. And I don't know if Zion should get comfortable playing with certain guys. I know, look, Zion would never admit this, but I know he believes this. I know Zion looks at Lonzo Ball with the amount of talent that he has. And it's like, yo, why don't you care? Like, Lonzo has yet to cut on the switch of caring. And I don't know if I want Zion on the court with somebody like Lonzo. That's just my opinion. I would look to trade Lonzo at the deadline because he's super talented, by the way. But I don't know if he gives a damn enough. And I'm looking around at this Pelicans team like, yo, if they could trade Lonzo, get another pick or something like that, maybe a first-round pick, probably a second round, continue to stockpile on picks. Obviously, they got a few of the Lakers picks. The Lakers will be pretty good for the next couple years, most likely, so those picks are not the best. But I'm looking around like, yo, maybe trade Drew Holiday at the deadline. What do the Pelicans need? I think they've solidified that Brandon Ingram will be around. I like Brandon Ingram. He seems to be for sure a guy. Here's the thing. Brandon Ingram's pretty much taller than Zion Williamson. So you got technically Brandon Ingram supposed to be your 3 and Zion's supposed to be your 4, right? With one of those big fellas in Jackson Hayes or one of those guys in the middle. But to me right now, for sure I know Brandon Ingram is a guy that I want to build around. He's improved dramatically. I'm so happy for him. I don't know about Zion and Lonzo and Josh Hart. It's everybody else that I don't know about. So why would I bring Zion back right now? I don't really want to bring him back right now. I kind of want to be the worst team possible and see what I got in Lonzo and see what I got in Josh Hart and see what I got in some of these other guys and then kind of wait it out until this offseason, bring Zion back. The dude wants to win accolades in his career. Obviously, I'm pretty sure Rookie of the Year matters to him. He's not going to win it this year. He's missed entirely too many games. Ja Morant is good enough. Kendrick Nunn has been good enough. Taliaferro, they've all been good enough. Even if Zion comes out and averages 22 and 15 the rest of the season when he gets healthy, which ain't going to happen, I got to respect Ja Morant, Kendrick Nunn, Taliaferro. I couldn't give the award to Zion. So, I mean, you can't win that award. And I think his brand is important. He's over there with Jordan. I think his brand is important enough to win certain accolades like that looking back. These things matter to Zion. Why take yourself away from those opportunities, especially when the Pelicans need to figure out what's going to stay and what's going to go. In regards to Zion's body, I'm looking around like, yo, bro, he walks with a noticeable limp. And reportedly, he's put on more weight, or it's looking like he's put on more weight. He hadn't lost weight since he's been out. He hadn't lost weight since his surgery. And that's scary. He's entirely too explosive, entirely too dependent on his athletic ability to be around 300 pounds. I'm sorry, he can't do it. And I think the Pelicans need to put this dude on a weight program for the remainder of the year. Forget about being around the team. Forget all that. I want Zion getting down to 250, 260. Forget the team. Come back next year. Look at the draft class next year. He'll probably win Rookie of the Year next year, no matter who comes out, right? All due respect to Cole Anthony, all due respect to James Wiseman, LaMelo Ball, all due respect to all those guys, RJ Hampton. I'm liking Zion Williamson if he was in that 2020 draft class to Ben Simmons, that Rookie of the Year award next year, and win it. I just don't know what I would do with him if I were the Pelicans right now. I just don't see the real value in bringing him back for half a year. I know you want to motivate that fan base. I know you want to get them excited about, you probably had a lot of people go out and buy season tickets when Zion was drafted. But I don't know if it'll be the right move to bring him back this season. I would sit him out, man. Doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm sorry, in the NBA, this is not the NFL. Most teams do not turn it around in 1 year. The NFL, you can have a team not make the playoffs. Next year, they turn around and they could be in the playoffs contending for a Super Bowl. Not in the NBA. 2 ways you get better in the NBA. Through the draft, and you go out and sign big-time free agents. There are not a lot of just gems in the rough in the NBA, right? You pretty much know what you know. Scouts usually get it right in the NBA. And I just don't see the purpose in costing yourself another top pick when your team's going absolutely nowhere. You're not making the playoffs this year. What's the point in bringing Zion back? You'd win a few extra games, but it probably will only hurt you in the long term. You'll probably miss out on the chance to go out and get a real point guard of the future, Cole Anthony or whomever. Why not sit Zion? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment box below. I'm out. You into sports, we got you. NFL news, I got you. NBA news, NBA highlights, NBA full coverage, feature stories, all that great stuff, I got you. We even got a little bit of Madden and 2K mixed in. Subscribe to this platform, and I got you. More quality content on the way. Subscribe.